I am one of your hosts, Aaron Duran.
I'm one of your other hosts, Spinarita.
And I'm your other host, Cable Hashitani.
What did you say? Pick up the pants?
No, I said. What did I say? I said, okay, the screen is muted, the laptop's muted, mutes.
Oh, okay.
Which is not the same thing as something being muted. I do realize this.
That is correct. No.
And I don't know why I found that so funny, but I did.
That's kind of becoming one of our shticks, though. Is that right as I'm about to say hello,
I say something weird.
or I do a weird intro that throws you off. Either way, it always ends up with Cable giggling at us.
Yep.
Yes.
We are coming to you live from the
Yes.
Guardian Games studio
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
in sunny Central East Side, Portland.
The East is this still considered Central Industrial East Side?
This is technically the Central East Side Industrial District.
Nice.
So many words.
It is so many words. At least it's not the milk packing district, which is where we used to be. Way back in the day.
Yep.
The early studio.
No.
Studio 2.0.
Yeah.
It was when it was Emerson and Fun Employment, and then we were on. It was still Wednesdays.
And I had I know that because I recorded the 2 openings for Rick's shows. So suddenly there was a group of people that knew me because I was the the MC voice for Rick Emerson's shows. And
the
I
presenter?
said,
Is that what it's called? I feel like I should know.
yeah, I was the Don Pardo too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was gonna say Johnny from Jeopardy, but yeah, Don Pardo. Yeah, same idea.
And I would just part of the shtick was saying, coming to you live from the lovely milk packing district of Southeast Portland, Oregon. It's Rick Emerson or something like that. I forget everything.
And Don Taylor.
And
With the
Don
news.
Taylor. Yeah, that was the news program.
Yeah.
I do kind of want that to be our intro.
You want me to do a shtick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that is what I'm
Okay.
saying. I
forgot.
like that shtick.
I forgot to hit record. I'm so glad Restream saves the audio.
Cool.
Everything's good.
Cool.
I wonder if you remember, way back in the Film Fever days, we had Clyde Lewis record 12 different intros.
I don't know that I ever heard any of them that were Film Fever Radio.
Okay. Yeah, I still have some on an old hard drive. I still have some of the Clyde's stuff. It's coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, home of the Wingnut. It's Film Fever Radio because the Wingnut was invented here.
Oh shit.
That's
So
such
was
a
the
weird
Phillips
fact.
screwdriver.
Huh.
We're such a handy town.
Yeah. One time he did one a TriMet operator, the automated. He's coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. Puerto Sabino Mecha. It's Film Fever Radio. I think my favorite is coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. Where was it? Oh my God, I forgot. It's where Jesus backwards is I like sausage. If you say Jesus loves me, I think, and you play it backwards, I think it says I love sausage or something like that.
No, it doesn't.
I'll have to find it. Look, if there's anyone who knows how to do backward masking, it's him.
Yeah, that's
That's
that
good.
tracks.
Yeah. God, we used to have so many.
My volume a little bit in my cans.
How's that?
A little more.
Well, more.
A little more. Oh yeah, now I.
Oh, you're going deep.
Yeah. Am I? Well, it's new, so I don't.
Oh, that's true. You're probably getting different fidelity.
I
from it.
am.
Yes, Bean has bangs.
on your fancy new headphones.
My fancy new headphones.
And my fancy new bangs.
That's right. Can't turn your mouth away from the mic when you talk.
Sorry. That's the other thing too. Now that we're back in the room together, it's weird not to look at each other.
I know.
And then
Right, because
Cable's right over here.
our faces are right here.
By the
That's
magic of recording.
That's
It's not
that is
magic,
why if you watch us on Twitch or on YouTube, you'll see us just turning or looking up at it's I'm looking at Aaron this way.
I'm always looking at levels over here.
Yep.
Speaking of Twitch, like I have to hire like a 19-year-old to teach us how to get more viewers on Twitch, or we have to do something, or like I think I think that accrue big numbers on Twitch are, just gonna sound cynical, are sexy and half dressed, which helps a lot, and they're online every day streaming. That's the big one.
I think to get the audience that we want, it does require.
I must wear a bathing suit.
That will get us an audience.
Yeah.
Is it the audience we want?
No,
Numbers are numbers, though.
no, no. I don't want number. I want quality. I don't want quantity.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I'm like I harken back to that whole you need 1,000 loyal followers that go, yeah, here's X number, like here's money a month.
And we have that, but they're not that loyal.
I mean, what? Here's the thing.
I always feel like I'm harping on them, and I'm like,
I also have a hard time with the word loyalty to begin with.
I had a very interesting conversation about something similar
Yeah.
recently.
Like I'm sorry, Guardian Games. I'm going to throw a little bit of shade. So we use a company called Lightspeed for our point of sale.
Oh, yeah.
And it has what they call a loyalty program, and customers can get rewards and they can earn points.
yeah,
It's like,
I signed up.
I did
The
too.
happy Guardian customer that
Mhm.
I am.
I train all sales associates to use the word rewards. It's our rewards program. It's like, but it's called the loyalty program. I'm like, yeah, here's the thing. Loyalty is the thing that governments make you sign papers for to prove that you can stay in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. It's our rewards program. And as soon as I put it like that, they're like, oh yeah, rewards, got it.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that term. I hate it. And it's because it's one, for me, it links directly back to the internment camps of World War II.
Right.
Because the Japanese Americans that were there had to sign loyalty documents.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
In
So-
order to be let go, right?
Sometimes, yes.
I just go back to mafia shit when I hear loyalty.
Yeah. Like there is something, loyalty is nothing that anyone should have to ask for. Like
Agree. Hard agree
Yeah,
on
like,
that.
Sure.
you two know that you have my loyalty. You've never asked me for it, and you never have to.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Mm.
Like that's one of those things that's like if you have to bring it up, you don't have it.
Man, you're like the Batman at the end of the Dark Knight. When Commissioner Gordon's all like, I never thanked you, and you'll never have to. And he drives away on the Batcycle. Put the dogs on me. I can take it.
How many groups have we been a part of where often it gets brought up? It's like, is Cable Batman? Cable's Batman. Of this group, Cable's Batman. Why?
Oh, man,
Because
so-
he's already figured out how to take all of us out.
So what are Bean and I then?
Ooh.
Mm.
I don't know. I know that this came up at one of the Yar gatherings at some point.
There has been much changing with that.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. That like these were the
Halcyon days of Yar.
I was gonna say
We'll
that
call
sounds. I
them
think
that.
that was before my time at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this would have been like 2012 when I was unemployed and ran around with pirates all the time.
Oh, the good old bad days.
Yeah, late 2012, all of 2013. That's all I did.
being underemployed is so great.
It was, except for being
Except for the money
Except
part.
for the money.
Except
Right.
for the money part.
You've got a cool gig now.
I do. I love my job, but it is demanding. I am like physically and mentally tired often.
Plus, it's like you have to get up at a certain time. It's that stuff.
Yes.
that I don't do
Yes.
that.
No, I really shouldn't complain because like my new hours mean I don't have to get up way before, my natural rhythm
Mhm.
stuff. And I can stay up a little bit later because I don't have to get up so early.
I didn't hear a single word of that I would ever consider a complaint about just come out of you at any point this evening?
It's not. It's not. One can long for being jobless while also appreciating their job.
I would love to not be beholden to any sort of work. I enjoy my job. If I was just paid to live, that wouldn't work.
That'd be awesome. Well, you would, but you would work. We've talked about this many times. You would work on stuff that's extra important.
I would do all kinds of philanthropic work all the time.
Yeah.
That's all I would do.
I learned today, literally like 5 minutes before I came in the building, that you can volunteer to hold babies in NICU departments of hospitals.
What's
because
a NICU?
The
Natal-
natal
Yeah.
ICU.
Oh, okay.
Because people aren't super allowed in there, and not only that, but like the parents, if the parents aren't staying in the hospital the whole time that the baby's staying in the hospital,
Mhm.
they can't come over constantly just to hold their babies. But babies need holding.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It like mental. It's like
I get it.
psychologically proven. Like babies that are not held enough in their infancy end up having like a lot of psychological issues,
That explains a lot.
anxiety and stress, and
Yep.
Mhm.
I think part of that too is parents can't be there all the time because they have to work,
Yeah.
yes,
as opposed to
Very.
having a year off paid for maternity leave.
Mm,
Both parents.
Oregon's kind of getting there.
that's true. They're funding that
Yeah, you can't apply.
universal medical leave.
Yeah, you can't apply till September, but
Yep.
they are getting there.
Western Oregon desperately wants to be the Europe of America.
I'm fine
Yeah,
with
But
that.
we're held up by Eastern Europe or East by Eastern Oregon and
Europe.
big chunks of Idaho.
Yeah. Eastern Oregon is much like Eastern Europe.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been to Eastern Europe, so I couldn't actually say.
I've never been to Europe.
I've only been to Berlin.
That doesn't count as Eastern Europe anymore.
It
It never did. It had a wall through it, but
The parts of it that used to be East Berlin very much feel like
Yeah,
Eastern
yeah.
Europe.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's true now, but like when I went, I went in 2001. I went in 2001.
So they was still pretty fresh. They were still rebuilding
Oh,
big
yeah.
chunks of East Berlin.
Yeah, like they had there was a brand new mall in the middle of like what was East Berlin and West Berlin. They had built this new shrine to capitalism, which I thought was hilarious that the site that it was built on used to be a minefield. You can
Remember the show Head of the Class?
yes.
Remember the last few seasons? Well, I was probably before your time.
Sorry.
The last few seasons when Billy Connolly became the
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
And there's that whole episode where he's holding a chunk of the Berlin Wall and he's like, this used to be the prime example of communism. He's like, and now it's capitalism. They're like, why? He says, because I'm going to sell it for $100. Oh, I miss Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
Did he pass away or is he just not? Because I think he had dementia and either he's passed away or he just came out. He just left the public eye.
It might be the second one. I don't think he's passed yet. I think he's just I think the last work that he did may have been crap, what's the name of that
Yeah,
thing?
he is still alive.
Yeah.
But he has Parkinson's that's very extreme. And then he has a sleep disorder that just makes him, he has trouble going to sleep. Yeah.
But he's very funny.
He's very, very funny.
And-
He's so funny.
Yeah, and my head of the class was my initial introduction to him too.
Yeah, same. So are you going to like hold babies for charity?
I literally just learned about it. That's free dopamine right there, and it's good. The babies need it,
Okay.
and then I would get free dopamine hits. Oh my god, so many heads to smell.
Ew.
Oh no, I love smelling
They
a baby
smell
head.
like powder and farts.
Not their heads.
Their whole bodies do.
All right, just
Also, why would they
do your own volunteering.
Why would
then.
they? I'll take care of puppies. Same thing. I I'm actually bothered by the fact that hospitals don't pay you for that because they are multi-billion-dollar institutions that have the money.
It's a good point. I don't know that they don't.
I'm-
Like I said, I learned about it 5 minutes before I came in the
Okay,
building.
but that's not my whole beef with like interns, like all of this.
right.
Like, you have the money.
Yes, internships are a very classist
Oh man, oh yeah, 100%.
system.
What are we doing on the show today?
I think we're going to talk about capitalism some more, right?
Well, as it
In
pertains
the
to
form of entertainment.
entertainment,
Yes.
yeah.
Because we're going to review some of the more recent trailers that have hit
Yeah.
with some nerd stuff that's coming out that we're kind of excited about.
I meant because I thought we were talking about Glass Onion tonight.
I
We're also gonna
totally
talk about
forgot
that.
we were going to talk about that. I am woefully unprepared to have that conversation.
Boo! I went out of my way. I turned off Pinocchio to watch Glass
The-
Onion again
The
last
Guillermo
night.
del Toro one?
Yeah.
Well, crap. Now, Glass Onion's great.
Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, let's talk.
I did
trailers
really
then?
quick about Glass Onion, though. I think it was a writer named Kelly Knox.
Mm-hmm.
She pitched a Muppets version of a Benoit Blanc movie. And she's like, no, you don't understand. It's not just, a Benoit Blanc mystery with Muppets and Benoit Blanc. And she's like, no, Daniel Radcliffe stars as himself and he is murdered. And the Muppets bring in Benoit Blanc to solve the murder of, not Radcliffe, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig as himself,
Plays himself. He gets murdered.
and then Benoit Blanc
And then Benoit
arrives.
Blanc comes in. So yeah, like Daniel Craig is murdered on like the set of the Muppets.
Okay, I follow the logic now. Like, it's a Muppet show.
It's a Muppet show.
It's an episode of the Muppet Show with their very special guest Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she first tweeted that, and even like Ryan Johnson was like, guys, let me just, I get it. And then he stopped and he went, wait a minute. You're saying we kill Daniel Craig. So Benoit Blanc is brought in by the studio to solve the murder of Daniel Craig at the Muppet Show. She's like, yes. She's like, I'm in. I will find a way to
All right.
write that film.
All right. Yeah. I'm up. I'm here for that.
I would, yeah.
Huh.
I would totally be down for watching that. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot we were going to talk
I mean,
about
yes, I think everyone knows by now that we all enjoy it, right?
Yes.
You have seen it, right?
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
watched it during the holiday break.
Mm-hmm.
Like Merrick came downstairs and brought it up, and we're like, "Hey, I think Glass Onion is on Netflix now." It's like, cool, let's watch it.
it. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh.
I don't usually feel how do I phrase this? I rarely ever say this, but it's definitely a movie that gets better with each watch because like more of the layer, like you know about stuff ahead of time now, but then there's other stuff you didn't notice. But now that you know what you know, it's more
Yeah.
You
exciting.
just did the thing that I catch people in conversation talking about Glass Onion always doing, and some people roll with it, and some people catch themselves and use different phrasing. But everyone wants to talk about how many layers are in the movie.
I mean, it's in the
Because-
name. It's
Yeah.
in the name.
It's also in the dialogue. They talk about how the entire story and everything that goes on, and the Glass Onion itself is multiple layers. Like, so it fascinates me that infects the conversation that happens about the movie and around the movie.
My
Um,
favorite thing that I noticed on that second watch is that the antagonist himself is ostensibly a glass onion. He
Mhm.
seems like someone who has a lot of layers and
Mhm.
complexity. I think it's like verbatim said, he's so complex. But then, after a certain
Mhm.
point, you realize, no, you a dum-dum.
Oh yeah, he's
Like,
an idiot.
after a point, you see right through that guy.
Yeah.
Glass onion.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, that one of the final lines of the movie from Benoit Blanc is like when he finally freaks out when he realizes that Edward Norton's character stole the murder idea from him. He's
Mhm.
like, no, you're one slice of genius. You stole
The
from
only thing with
me.
any panache.
Anything with any panache you stole from me. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There's a book in the background also. No, it's a book that Benoit Blanc is reading in the bathtub.
Oh.
that is all about. I forgot the book's title, but it plays with the same concept of time to reveal the story as Glass Onion does. You get like a third way into it, and like shit goes south, and you're like, well, what now? The whole book then jumps back and brings you back up to speed.
Here's what's really going on.
Yeah.
And I love that variety of what do you call that? What do you call this genre besides comedy?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's a mystery. Ensemble mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like Noises Off,
Mystery.
Clue,
Mystery.
any Poirot,
Yes.
any Agatha Christie era that they're all hers. But I'm talking about like the original, like Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile.
Right.
You know, although I don't
Those
mind
are
the Kenneth
Poirot.
Rawlinsons that much. They're not bad.
I think I'm still a fan of the Peter Ustinov Hercule Poirot.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
But
Though it is that little, I can't remember the actor's name, the one who is actually Belgian.
well, because Poirot's Belgian, right?
Yes. Because everyone calls him French in the books, and he's like, I am Belgian.
Yeah.
He is very insulted.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What
now.
is that actor's name? Anyway, I'll look it up. It's fine.
But here we are. We're not
We're not.
actually going to
Okay, we're
talk
done with
about
that.
Glass
Yes.
Onion today.
Yeah, Peter Ustinov. You're right.
No, yes, but there's another. What the?
Oh, I can't remember.
What? Sorry, I just.
What?
Night
All clear, kid.
Court.
Blow this, huh?
A new Night Court.
Ooh, wow.
I could have sworn I actually heard it. Wow, we're just gonna go all over the place, aren't we?
Guess so.
It has John Larroquette as Dan Fielding.
See, and I thought John Larroquette passed away.
No, John Larroquette.
No, I was clearly wrong.
Yeah. But it stars Melissa Rauch as the judge.
Yeah, Judge Stone.
Judge Stone.
Oh, so still Judge Stone. Because wasn't it Harry Stone?
Harry Stone.
That's right. Dan Fielding is still there.
Oh,
He's a public defender now.
interesting. I will 100% give this a try.
Yeah. I adored
I'm
the first
intrigued.
Night Court.
I went here because I was looking up.
I distinctly remember watching it as a kid,
Yeah.
but I couldn't tell you anything about it now.
I only saw it in syndication. I don't think I ever saw it live. It would have been on KME TV channel 21 out of Reno, Sparks, Carson Valley.
I saw it live when it aired. I was all in for the Harry and Billy relationship from season 1. And then
Who was Billy?
she was the first public defender
Oh, okay. Before what's her name?
before Marky Post.
Yeah.
Marky Post came on second season and remained.
That's Stephen Root?
Yes.
So young.
Okay, yeah. I do believe that it was also Brent Spiner's first major television role.
Mm-hmm.
He used to run the newspaper stand in the commissary.
It's because he's also an Okie.
That's right.
He and his wife
My wife.
they had moved from Oklahoma. They had pilot. This is how he talked. This was my introduction to Brent Spiner,
Mhm.
and then I found out he was going to be on Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm like, really? That guy?
Here's what throws me off. So the season 7 episode, this was actually just playing at Tinker Tavern a few nights ago, and I was
Mhm.
there, was the really awkward season 7 episode of TNG Masks with that weird space Maztec race that like rewrites data, and it starts to rewrite the Enterprise.
Mhm.
But one of the voices he does is his not course. But, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So every time I see that episode now, I'm like, no, this is Bob from Night Court. I'm sorry, but you're Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's so weird.
Circling back,
Yes.
I specifically was talking about David Suchet, who
Oh.
was the BBC era Poirot.
Oh,
He
okay.
had the mustache that went like this.
Norm just said tonight on Chon and Trekken. Ew.
What?
Stick it between your teeth and gums. Oh, I grew up around that stuff. It's the worst.
Is there really such a thing as court at nighttime?
Night Court?
I mean, probably not in
In the
Portland,
state-
but
In the city of New York?
it's a
Probably.
city that never sleeps. She's contemplating.
No, my brain froze. That's weird. That's weird, right?
I mean, no, because there is still one in New York.
I mean, I guess
Not to be cliche, but like New York doesn't ever stop. There's an entire society that is from sundown to sunup.
well, I would say it's less about the culture of New York in that regard as it is about backlogs. A lot of bigger cities have a backlog of
Yep.
cases
So
because there's more than you can get done in a 40-hour work week.
right, I'm
Mhm.
actually reading here on A&E's True Crime blog, and there is a night court to not violate the Sixth Amendment right to a speedy trial,
Mm,
and they just can't get to all of them during the day, so they run at night.
just cranking out 3 shifts.
Mm-hmm. Then eventually, was it Mel Torme would show up?
Yes, because that was Harry's favorite performer, was Mel Torme.
Yes. Yep. And the guy who played Harry was an actual like stage magician also.
Mhm.
If
Sleight
you
of
go,
hand.
Hmm?
He did sleight
yep,
of
and
hand.
if you go to the American Made Magic, which is now in Lloyd Center instead of Mall 205,
Mhm.
he has an entire box set like that, like his design. He's passed away. I know he's passed away.
Yeah, he did.
You can still buy like his box set of like early sleight of hand tricks.
What the hell was that actor's name?
Just got to keep that IMDb open.
I have it.
Harry Anderson.
Right.
Yeah.
Because his Harry started out on Cheers, and then a version of that. That's
That's
Night Court
right.
is-
Night Court's a spin-off of Cheers,
Cheers.
huh?
Is it?
Yeah, because
God.
Harry was a grifter who used sleight of hand magic to grift people at the bar, and they would
And
always throw him out.
He eventually gets caught and he's put before the judge at Night Court because he has a mentor judge who says, like, you got basically like you've got skills. I'll pay for you to go to law school to become a judge. I could have swore that's part of his background.
I feel like it is. I don't know if they ever did that on air, but I think that they talked about it
Yeah.
because
Kind of like in My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Vinny has that judge who helped him out to become a lawyer.
because there's never the through line that says Harry moved from Chicago to Cheers is in Boston.
Cheers
He
is
did-
Boston.
Yeah, they never say that he moved from Boston to New York.
So here's a little blurb about it. Anderson appeared in 3 season 1 episodes of NBC's Cheers as local flim flam man / magician Harry the Hat Giddies,
Yeah.
including a memorable Sting episode in which he starred. That role, which he would reprise a few times later on the then rising sitcom, led to his landing the lead in Night Court. Yeah, season 1. So like
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
the beginning.
God, this show just turned into Nick at Night, which I'm kind of fine with. I can do
This
this
show,
weird-
yes,
Yeah.
it did. I'm sorry, I derailed it by saying that there was a new one coming.
No, it's fine.
I mean, we said we were talking about new shows, and
And then-
this is a new show that's coming.
Yeah.
That is true. I had heard rumblings and then I just forgot about it.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man. That makes me happy. Norm's mentioned, yeah, the Cheer reverse. Frasier, Coach. I always forget Coach was a spinoff of
Mhm.
Cheers.
Is that with
Coach is with oh my god, Mr. Incredible. Craig T. Nelson
Oh yeah,
and Jerry Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke's.
brother.
I'm trying to remember. I think younger brother.
Yep.
what
Because
is
Dick
the
Van Dyke is like 96 years old. The motherfucker's still dancing with like a barbershop quartet.
Mm-hmm.
you stay active.
Mm-hmm.
What is the connection, the character connection with Coach and Cheers?
trying to remember. Well, there was a character nicknamed Coach on Cheers. That's who Woody Harrelson replaced because that actor died.
Right.
Right.
So we might be missing that up. Maybe it didn't connect.
That coach was
Nicholas-
Sam's old coach
Yes.
when Sam was in the minor leagues, major leagues.
Yeah, he never made it to the big game. He never made it to the show
Right.
because he had a drinking problem.
Ernie
Right.
That's the other thing they hardly ever talk about is that Sam is a recovering alcoholic that runs Cheers.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Which is why he runs a bar.
It's why he runs a bar. If he's around it all the time, he has no desire for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Coach Ernie Pantuso.
Yeah.
Man. So weird. So do you want to talk about trailers or do we just have to keep going on?
Yeah. I
Fucking
pulled-
Nick
I
at
pulled
Night
up,
tangents.
So we'll start with Renfield. That's the one I pulled up.
Okay.
This is starring Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage.
That's right.
The person I didn't know that's in this that I'm like, well, I really got to watch it. now is
Aquafina.
Aquafina. Nard from
Aquafina or
Queens.
Ben Schwartz. I didn't know he was in it also.
I really like Ben Schwartz.
Oh shit, Adrian Martinez is in it too.
Yep.
He's the food truck owner in Stumptown.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's a cool cast. I mean, they may not all of them may not survive because it appears to be I didn't realize the movie was going to be like that bloody from what I saw in the trailer. I'm like, all right, I'm down. I'm good with that.
And so the premise is it's a modern day version of the story of Dracula, where Renfield is trying to free himself from servitude of Dracula.
Right.
And Nicolas Cage is Dracula. I think that's it. That's all everyone needs.
It's pretty wild.
I remember that was the pitch I first heard. They're like, there's a movie coming out called Renfield, and Nicolas Cage is playing Dracula. I'm like, say no more.
Sorry,
I
I'm
will go
done.
see this film. But now I really want to see it.
I do remember when footage started, like photos from the set got leaked, and people were like, "Yo, check out goth Nicolas Cage," and his reaction to paparazzi is like, "Why would you people think I wasn't goth?"
Yeah.
It's like, why would people think I'm not goth in the first place? It's like, oh no, you're right. Yeah,
Wait, who said that?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. He's
It's like
got a
Nicolas
dark
Cage
side.
is fucking goth. Like, of course he is.
I mean, if people, you may not see these movies that way, but if people not seeing like Mandy or the color from Outer Space,
Mhm.
or
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Fuck the other one he did. I was gonna say the Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not it, but it's based clearly on
Right,
Five
Five
Nights
Nights at Freddy.
Yeah.
Like Vampire's Kiss.
Mhm.
Like all of he's worked with Lynch. Like all of these
Yeah.
things. He is. It's like, oh, okay, nope, you're right. Nicolas Cage is goth. Yeah. Yep. He's definitely like he's elder goth. We
Oh, that's
respect
right,
the
yeah.
elder goth.
He's Elder Goth.
And Nicholas Hoult was in a movie that came out very recently that seems like no one was talking about.
I do want to see this.
It is great.
Menu?
You saw it?
The Menu. Mhm.
Okay.
Jen and I are gonna see it sometime this week.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you anything about
I
it because
don't
I
need to
think
know
it's going to be
anything else.
another one of those it's good to go in
Yeah.
blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot he was a war boy. The war boy. in
Yeah.
Fury Road.
Yeah.
That's right.
I keep thinking that was the first movie I saw him in, and then I realized,
Warm
oh
Bodies.
no, I've
Warm
seen him
Bodies.
in all kinds of movies. No, I think the first movie I saw him in was X-Men First Class.
Oh, but I don't remember him in that.
He's Beast.
Wait, did I even watch that?
Oh shit, he's Beast.
He's Beast.
That's right.
Yeah,
He's just covered in blue.
yeah.
Right.
He's
He
Hank
seems,
McCoy.
he just seems so young to be Beast.
X-Men First Class takes place in the 60s.
Right.
I think my favorite part of the Renfield trailer is when Renfield's at the group therapy and like Dracula's at the threshold and the leader's like, "Oh, please come on in." He's like, "No."
Oh wow, baby boy just is working all the time. He's got 55 credits.
Yep, I think he's also
Got to earn.
in a Hulu TV series called The Great, which is about Catherine the Great.
Yes. Oh my god, that show's so good.
Yeah.
I love that show.
He's her husband.
He is the what is he, Czar?
Yes.
Emperor Czar.
Czar.
Uh,
Well, it's not going to end well for him, just FYI. For any of them.
yeah, he's Peter. He's trying to be Peter the Great.
Is he great at it? Oh, Peter the Great was a
Interesting.
horrible ruler. It
So
was awful.
the director of Renfield is Chris McKay, known for the Tomorrow War and the Lego Batman movie.
Ah.
Oh shit! No wonder Norm said Robert Kirkman. It's a Skybound movie.
Oh,
Hmm.
All right.
Look at Skybound finally pulling something off. Oops, is that out loud?
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, and they get a little fancy with the titles they own and sell movie rights back and forth to keep them in their
Yeah.
ownership. And it's a little,
Yep.
it's a little shady.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't McKay's first live action movie, but it is like I like the fact that a lot of his previous directorial pieces have been animation. He's done Robot Chicken. He's done the Lego Batman movie. He was an editor on the Lego movie. Like, oh,
Nice.
okay. You're automatically already getting a pass from me on this.
I'm trying to remember if I liked the Tomorrow War or not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Most people
It's
just
not
found
good.
was
Did
fun.
it end up being a little cheesy?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
It's not good. And Amazon dumped a ton of. That was coming out when I was in Madrid. Was it last year? Whatever.
Last year.
There were Tomorrow War posters everywhere in Madrid, and like video posters they had put up. Like Amazon dumped a ton of money to get people to. In fact, I think there was a time that if you ordered something from Amazon, they would send you a Tomorrow War Blu-ray.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like, "Watch this movie."
Wow.
It's not good.
This guy, what did you say? Daniel McKay?
Chris McKay.
Okay. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering his first name because I'm just gonna always think Adam McKay. He did another speaking of like underrated shows, he did Moral Oral, which is a stop motion animation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just like one of those Adult Swim kind of cartoons.
20 episodes he directed.
I think that might be all of the show.
It ran from 2005 to 2009. So
Really?
yeah.
Hmm.
I only remember it being on TV for a little while.
Huh.
It was funny though. I enjoyed it.
But yeah, that's Renfield's April, I think.
Nice.
April's going to be a fun month, I think,
Yeah, I think so.
because also in April we get Evil Dead Rise.
Oh my god,
I
you
am
guys!
so there for.
I'm actually not sure. I've never said this about a movie. I don't know if I can handle it.
So when it's not being, there's a weird, like there's a delineation within the Evil Dead franchise. And I think they're all equally valid in their own way. There's the original Evil Dead, I actually don't call it a remake, the 2013. I'll tell people why in a minute. And then there's Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, where they get more slapsticky because Raimi wanted to do more. He loves the Three Stooges. So Three Stooges stuff is like in all the Evil Dead movies, even the dark, serious ones. But the whole point of the Evil Dead is that Sam Raimi believes that the entity shouldn't just kill you.
Mm-hmm.
It has to punish you. It has to make you suffer because you brought this on yourself. That also translates to Raimi's thinking of the audience. Like, you willingly came to see this movie. You will now be punished for it. And
It's not wrong.
It's like visceral. Like in the first Evil Dead, I will never look at a pencil the same way. The spoilers, but that movie's 40 years old now. The pencil that is just driven into a woman's ankle, and then he just twists and grinds it, like, and you hear the woman going, you hear the woman screaming as like fake blood's coming out of her ankle. I think that will soon be supplicated by the fucking cheese grater scene that they show Evil Dead Rise.
I can't.
I don't know how much they're going to show in the movie. I'm betting we're going to see some like grated flesh.
No, stop. Oh my god.
But man, in that trailer, I'm like, oh man.
There is a lot of there's body horror and then there's body horror.
Mhm.
This is
He doesn't do Lynch body horror, and this isn't Sam Raimi, by the way. He's producing it.
That is true. The director is Lee Cronin. This looks like this is his second feature-length film. He's done episodes of television and a short called Ghost Train that was then put together in a movie called Minutes Past Midnight, which was a collection of shorts. His other feature-length movie is called The Hole in the Ground.
Wow.
The description on IMDb is a single mother living in the Irish countryside with her son begins to suspect he may not be her son at all
I wonder if it's on Shudder.
and fears his increasingly disturbing behavior is linked to a mysterious sinkhole in the forest behind their house.
I want that.
That sounds cool.
A sinkhole?
No, that movie. I want to see that
Sure.
movie.
I need like a weekend with friends that like to watch horror so I can watch them. I love to watch horror, but eventually you want to watch them with friends, not just alone. The director also freakishly looks like a very young Tim Burton.
A little bit.
A little
Kinda,
bit. Yeah. I was like, is that like Tim Burton, son?
Does Tim Burton have kids?
I don't know.
No idea.
I have
think
no
he
idea.
does.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that I feel like we have a weekend together at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We do have our no longer Star Trek in Seattle weekend.
Yeah.
Wait, so we have two like huge rooms in the Paramount Hotel in Seattle, and we stay in and watch movies.
Yeah.
You know,
You
we
said
could do this.
you said you wanted a weekend.
I know, but we could do that somewhere else without dropping $2K.
I thought the rooms were non-refundable.
One of them is.
Mhm.
We'll go into that later.
Okay.
Anyway,
It is more of the sometimes you have to get away from all external in order to be able to do that. Like
that's true.
if we are not in our own homes, we are not left to our own devices. All of our devices are away from us.
That's true. I could just bring a laptop with like the HDMI connection to a TV.
Yeah.
You never know what the hotel is going to have.
That's the thing about like having a weekend in is like you're surrounded by all of your obligations. If you stay home.
Beck says he does have a son and daughter with Helen Bonham
I was just
Carter.
looking that up. I'm like, what?
That's a weird. Those are some weird kids, I bet.
Of course they are.
Oh,
But they're not together, right?
I don't know if they're still together.
Yes.
I think they are.
I'm just catching up on the chat and reading. I have accidentally cheese grated my hand purposefully on a leg. Yuck.
Yeah, no, I've done that too on my hand before. Like you're not paying attention. Not so much with cheese, but when I want to grate just a couple potatoes to make hash browns and then like your knuckles hit it. Oh,
Stop.
Oh, can I give you something that's going to be worse?
do it.
What?
So, I shaved my head, right?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
This has happened more than once where I shave my head in the shower. I do not watch myself in a mirror. I can't. If I watch myself, I cut myself.
I used to do it in the shower too when I did.
So I do everything by feel. Like I lather my head and I just stand in the shower and shave
Sure.
my head.
That makes sense.
But if I get a rhythm going too fast while I'm doing this with
Uh-oh.
both my hands, I will miss and get I have clipped a
Yowza!
finger and shaved off
Hiya!
parts of
Oh, no.
my fingernail down to here.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my
Oh.
god. I
And-
don't know why I can't handle these things anymore. I'm not known to be squeamish.
Yeah, you're
but
Because
not.
they're gruesome.
I-
Like I've done this, and Merrick always knows when I've done this because
Because everyone in the building knows you've done
oh
this.
man, do I yell.
Oh, God.
That's one of the few times I will yell in pain. And she'll just go, shave your finger off again? Yep.
I think it's because
Oh, I've got like shivers right now.
those are one of those injuries that is like there's nothing life-threatening about them
No, but all of
or
those
debilitating. It only exists to hurt you.
all of those nerves are right there. And
Yeah.
for hours afterwards, everything is just you're like, wow, I can feel it all. Poke, poke, poke,
Every
poke,
heartbeat.
poke, poke. You're like, yeah, this is oh,
Mhm.
this really hurts.
Mhm.
Oh,
But then you gotta
this is
keep poking
painful.
at it.
And you do. You're just like, oh man, this is awful.
Okay, since I did promise it really quick, I will tell you why the 2013 Evil Dead is not a reboot.
Okay.
Yes, please.
It is a sequel.
Yes.
So it goes Evil Dead,
Uh-huh.
Evil Dead 2,
Yep.
Army of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
For me, then it goes the Evil Dead 2013,
Mm-hmm.
because in the 2013 Evil Dead, the classic is parked behind the cabin overrun with vines.
Okay.
Because I just believe the Necronomicon just goes back to be found, because it's always testing men. It's always testing humanity. Then it's Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, Ash versus Evil Dead ends with Ash being thrown into the future,
Mm-hmm.
which means Evil Dead Rise will take place at the end of Ash versus Evil Dead, where Ash is gone, like Bruce Campbell's character is in the future now. So that's the timeline that I put this in. I actually think they are all one timeline. So if we were to do a modern with a Williams, because Ash's daughter is in Evil Dead, Ash versus Evil Dead. And just like she doesn't lose her arm, she doesn't lose her hand, she loses like fingers. And he's like, "You're part of the family now, kid."
I have a different theory on that.
All right.
And that is that I follow your timeline. Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness,
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2013.
Yeah.
But then it goes from Evil Dead 2013 to Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, that makes more sense. And then
Because-
Ash versus.
It doesn't go to Ash versus. Ash versus the Evil Dead is a parallel timeline. When Ash came back to the future, he didn't come back to his original future. He came to an alternate timeline.
Oh, that's right.
Because the reason he ends up in the future is the apocalypse happens.
That's the director's cut of Army of Darkness. The theatrical, he ends up now. The director's,
No, I mean Ash versus the Evil Dead, the
Such
TV series?
yeah, he ends up in the future eventually.
Yes, because the apocalypse happens.
Right.
And he's
Oh,
knocked
right.
unconscious and is kept in stasis until he's brought alive again in the future.
By a cyborg babe.
Right. So that
That's
that world is a different world than what, like, because this Evil Dead Rise feels contemporary now,
yeah.
and Ash versus Evil Dead that apocalypse would have happened, well, when the pandemic happened.
I guess that's true.
Mm.
So I think we're dealing with two different timelines.
We might be, because he does have a quick cameo at the end of the credits of Ash in the 2013. Mia, it cuts it. Mia's on the side of the road, and a car pulls up, and he looks out and he goes, "Groovy."
Of course he does.
Yeah. I'm also just going to be jazzed for all the behind the scenes stuff, because there's not a single person that's ever been in any Evil Dead movie and hasn't come out being like, they just break you. Like the woman who played Mia in the 2013, like Bruce Campbell pulled her aside and is like, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" He's like, "It's physically demanding. It's exhausting. Like you are going to be on camera in freezing mud." Like she's like, "I got this. I got this." He's like, "All right, kid, let's go make us an Evil Dead movie."
I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that he knows he's torturing his stars.
Bruce isn't.
Sam is.
Sam didn't do the 2013. It just became this thing of.
Oh, I misunderstood. Bruce asked her.
Bruce said, "Are you sure you're ready for this? Because you're now in an Evil Dead movie." And I think by
never mind.
nature, they're like,
Yeah, it was a peer-to-peer. Hey,
yeah,
Gotcha.
ready.
Gotcha. I miss.
Sam beat me up with a car.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Sam threw dirt on his face in the grave. Anytime Bruce Campbell is punished, Sam Raimi did. That's why even spoilers at the end of fucking Spider-Man, is it No Way Home?
It's not. It's Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Multiverse of
Yeah.
Madness. Like, Pizza Papa is just hitting himself on the face. That's Sam getting Bruce to beat himself up. That's
On camera.
on camera. That is 100% why it's that way.
Mhm.
There's an entire cut scene from The Quick and the Dead where Sam Raimi couldn't get the dude who played Commissioner Gordon in the Burton movies
Oh yeah.
to
Michael Go.
to act out like
No,
a
not
scene.
Michael Go. Yeah, but yeah.
So Raimi wrote an entire sequence where Bruce Campbell plays this character who is a complete asshole to the bartender's daughter, so that actor can just beat up Bruce and give him a reason for being there. And Sam's like, "Thanks, Bruce. Way to do it." And he's like, "Is it ever going to make it on the theater?" No. tortured Bruce for like 3 days, and then told him it's never making it on the theatrical cut. I just needed you to get the actor to do his job.
Wow. What
Yeah.
a relationship they have.
I think it's beautiful.
I mean,
They went to school.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
I feel like
very unique.
Toby
Very
Maguire has the same kind of, can tell some stories.
Like a similar experience.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, even on Multiverse of Madness, like the young woman who played America Chavez, there's some behind the scenes where they're like, she's like, yeah, it was really physically demanding. And, Benedict, who is this very proper English trained actor, she's like, we're both like, we can't wuss out in front of Sam Raimi. Like, if he wants this shot, we have to do the shot. Like, Sam's very professional, but it's just known. If it's a physically demanding movie, he's gonna strap you to a wire and fling you across the room and slam you into a wall with stunt people there. But yeah, I'm jazzed. So I don't know who I'm going to see it with, but I'm jazzed for it.
I mean, I'll go see it with you.
Yay!
I am going to see it. I'm definitely going to see it.
Yeah.
I was looking up Drag from Hell.
Oh, Drag Me from Hell?
Drag Me to Hell?
Drag Me to Hell.
Which is another one of his. Alison Lohman. Alison Lohman was another, like, has she not told stories about, like, Raimi ran her through the ringer.
So that entire, when she's digging up the fortune teller woman to give her back the button, what no one realized is that there was a chemical compound in that mud mixture that she didn't even know either she was allergic to. And they couldn't figure out why she wasn't breathing correctly. And they realized that she was allergic to the mud in that scene. But there's an entire behind the scenes, the car fight between her and the old woman, who is the grandmother in Malcolm in the Middle. They built a car that could be completely disassembled so the camera could be put in different angles so they could just have this visceral fight scene in Drag Me to Hell. Yeah.
That's a movie that I need to watch again because I did not appreciate it at all the first time I saw it. And you will never, ever shut up about what a great movie it is.
It's so good. Because also this movie came out during the height of the housing crisis, and the villain, I would argue Alison Lohman is the villain. She could have helped that old woman on her mortgage one more time, but chose not to, and then shamed her in the bank. Took the family home. So yeah, the height of the housing crisis, Sam Raimi made a movie about the evils of real estate and banking. But he did it with demons. I know Greg Nibbler hates it because he hates the ending. And I'm like, it's not called Almost Drag Me to Hell. It's called
because
because she loses.
Yeah, there's not a happy ending in that movie.
No.
I love it for that.
That's why I love it. Like, no, he told you exactly what's going to happen. And it's what happened.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. A little derail there. We should take a quick break. Yeah, buddy. Oh. Before I start talking like Robert Tappert's impersonation of Sam Raimi. Okay, we're back.
All right.
Okay, one more quick thing. If you're ever having a bad day and you want to laugh and you have Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray or DVD, watch the fucking director's commentary. It's just like listening in on your friends just rip into each other about making a movie. It's just delightful. That one and the Mallrats commentary is also great because it's just Ben Affleck taunting Kevin Smith not being able to shoot a scene because Ben had just won for Good Will Hunting.
Nice.
Anyway,
I think the line that gets me in the trailer for Evil Dead Rise is from the little girl who goes, "Auntie Beth, you're gonna make a great mom someday." Really? You know how to lie to kids.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, and the way that woman at the end says, "Mommy's with the maggots now," with that video, that audio processing, like, that is so good.
Yeah.
And the Kandarian chant on vinyl. How very modern.
I feel like we're gonna get a copy of that from Waxworks.
I really hope that's on the soundtrack. My Mondo version of the Evil Dead, it's Waxworks of the 2013 Evil Dead, has just the most insidious thing on side A, once you've listened to it, if you don't go change the album immediately, that little dead space where the needle's not supposed to move, it's slowly moving, and there's a track right by the paper, and it's one of the opening lines of the movie with this young girl who yells out, "I will fucking eat your soul," and then it stops. I'm like, Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is not an endorsement. It's certainly not a paid endorsement. But the thing that I like about Waxworks over Mondo gets a lot of big names, and they're very flashy and they're very pretty. Waxworks seems to care about the audio quality of their vinyl pressings.
Yes. Mondo quality, I think, has gone down. I would agree. And I think I still like Mondo. I think they're more interested in doing vinyl toys and posters now. Mondo getting bought by Funko, we're now starting to see.
Okay.
But you're right. Waxworks is straight up solid vinyl pressings. Waxworks, Light in the Attic, and Death Waltz, which I think is just a spin-off of Waxworks. Death Waltz Records.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've liked about like I'm not a vinyl collector, but like the ones that I picked up for I picked up stuff for you.
I think you and Merrick when you got me the subscription.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then I will go through and find stuff for Merrick on there, and she's always like, the audio quality is just superior.
Yeah, no, they do a better job of it.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, Waxwork is great.
Yeah, they're
not a paid endorsement. We would accept
one. Oh
one.
my God.
We would 100% be a shill for Waxwork.
I'll do it just in trade for a while. You want to send us like your next quarter?
Done.
I'll bring back Drive Time at the Drive-In if I'm allowed to play your audio.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, man.
That would be glorious.
Yeah. Also, guys, Vamp, I'll be right back.
They have all of Jordan Peele stuff, seems like.
Oh, yeah, they do. Like,
oh, and the Get Out and the Us vinyls, especially the Us one.
The art is gorgeous.
When you open it, it comes with paper doll cutouts to put the Us killers over the family portrait. You can slide it back and forth on the slipcase.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What else? Nosferatu.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, again, unpaid commercial going on right here. Waxworkrecords.com. They are great. Like I follow them on Instagram. That's how I found them in the first place. And I started looking at stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get stuff for
this. This lineup of albums basically looks like the lineup at the Hollywood Theater.
Yeah,
they've got Mad God on here.
I liken. This might be somewhat of a unfair comparison, but I do liken what Waxworks does with vinyl and horror is what Shout Factory does with horror and niche movies onto Blu-ray and 4K. Like they will find a movie, pay for a new commentary, pay for new back matter, put together steel cases.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that's where I got my Bucker Banzai steel case from. Yes, Criterion Collection. I understand it's a fucking gold standard, but I'm gonna get my shit from Shout Factory because I get a lot of scary shit from them. It's great.
Candyman.
Yep.
There's some,
and like
some
these
classics
albums
on here too.
Are very. It's like $40, $45. I'm like, yeah, that's a very reasonable price.
Yeah, and those are usually 2 albums.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
I want to tell Christian about this, and I don't.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've told him about Waxworks.
Yeah, I think he probably already knows.
Ah, balls.
No, I told Rucka about it too. And then Light in the Attic has good stuff.
Well, now we're poor.
Now you're poor?
Now you are poor from
I think the last album from them I got from Merrick was The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Ooh.
That's
this one.
4 albums.
It is.
Oh, look at that cover.
It is.
That's gorgeous.
Fucking gorgeous. This is what I think I got her this one.
They have Dragged Me to Hell.
Yeah.
I have it. Shocking.
I'm trying to remember if I got her this one or if I got her the Spatter. I may have gotten her the Spatter once. But the album artwork is done by Franco Francavilla.
Yeah.
Who did who's part and parcel responsible for the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, because he was the artist on Archie Afterlife with Archie.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's what spawned all of that.
The Chilling Adventures.
It
Yeah.
spawned the Chilling Adventures. It spawned all of the forays into horror for Archie comics. It gave us Riverdale. Because Berlanti, for the longest, Greg Berlanti is like, I would love to adapt Archie comics, but I can't. There's nothing I can do. And then read Afterlife with Archie and went,
Got it.
I'm gonna go fucking David Lynch on Riverdale. That's
he
what
did.
I'm gonna do, and he did.
I haven't been on Waxbooks in a long time. I get their email and I don't always click on it. I didn't realize there were some scores on here I've wanted for a while.
Oh no.
I've got that. But Phil Tippett's Mad God
Yep.
is on there. Lovecraft Country is on here.
Mhm.
Damn it.
I just passed by. They've got the Babadook.
Babadook. When you open it, it's the Babadook pops up in the middle. It goes.
I
think Merrick and I have talked about that score before.
I have finally learned late last year why the Babadook is an gay icon.
I've read about
Please
it, but then I
explain this
forget.
to me.
Yeah, explain it to me again.
It
Explain
was
to me as you would a
misfiled
child.
on Netflix under LGBTQ.
Oh.
There's nothing inherently gay in the movie.
Or about the Babadook itself.
Right. It's the fact that it was miscategorized. So people watched it and went, fine, Babadook's gay. And they just
I
went,
love
no,
it.
Babadook's gay icon. That's all it is.
I support this.
Yeah, I learned this from Chainsaw Matinee, because they're the ones that talked about it.
Okay.
And I'm like, son of a bitch, that's why. It's like, I've wondered all this time. That's why the Babadook is a gay icon. Thank you, Chainsaw Matinee.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to close Waxwork
Yeah,
now because
That's a good idea. We should all do that.
I'm not going to be able to focus on anything else.
I think the last trailer to talk about is the latest trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I believe so.
Yes. MODOK, bitches.
I'm glad that it's still Peyton Reed. So this is Peyton Reed's third.
Third?
Yeah. He directed Ant-Man 1 and 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
This is
Right.
his third. So, sometimes they change directors, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
I say this at work a lot. I've been saying this for probably the past 6 months. This is my nerd prediction.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
When we are in the quantum realm, we are going to be introduced to the Richards family.
You think it's going to happen in this one?
I think that's where classically, the Fantastic Four went into space, was hit by cosmic rays,
Right.
came back to Earth, had powers.
Yeah.
Well, we would have known about that by now, right?
Right.
So I posit that the Richards family went into the quantum realm, gained powers, have been stuck there since, I don't know, the 60s, haven't aged,
I could see that.
and then meet up with Ant-Man and family, and then come back to the MCU.
Oh, I could see that.
So that way, you have their adventures. They already have powers. They have their origin.
Yeah, I don't want another origin for
Yeah,
sure.
but that way it still fits within it's like, how do you do this? How do they get their powers?
Right.
Like, oh, okay. Quantum realm realm powers. That makes sense.
I always figured it was going to be quantum realm one way or another because space in the 60s made sense, but now you can't have them be in space and,
Right.
No, we already know. Well, within the context of the Marvel universe, we already know what's out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but explain to me what is the quantum realm exactly?
I'm not a scientist.
I'm not either, and I
And
feel like
Can't exactly.
it's more of a creation of the MCU than Marvel 616. But I could be completely mistaken.
I mean, sort of. It is. It's where it's filling in for the negative zone.
Okay, that sure.
It's essentially it's the space within space between spaces. It is parallel dimensions that exist within our reality. That's how the negative zone always was. There was this bug-headed overlord named Annulus or Nihilus that was always taking on the Fantastic Four.
I forgot about him.
And so I feel like this is there. Like Kang has always been directly an opponent of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And by introducing him through Scott Lang has never classically taken on any of these characters.
No,
Scott Lang is not Hank Pym. He's not the person who made up all this science. He's the guy that stole stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He stole a suit, and then became a hero. The trailer has the most Scott Lang line I have ever heard in an Ant-Man movie. It's glorious. But that's kind of what I think the quantum realm is. It's a space between spaces, and time operates differently there, which is why they use that as a nexus point to get from one timeline to another.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is the place where time is a flat circle.
I can see now that tracks totally, for sure.
A reality where all concepts of time and space become irrelevant as you shrink for all eternity. But the shrinking part is specific to the Ant-Man technology, right?
Yes, but I don't think that is necessarily a component of. Like, I don't think that it's just because you're at the subatomic level. I think it's partially that, but also not. Like, what is size?
Right. Well, no, that's why I'm like, I think the shrinking part is specific to the situation when he said it, but the explanation that a reality where all concepts of time and space become irrelevant
Right.
is the definition there.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, flat circle.
Yep. Time is a flat circle.
Yes.
Um,
And I think that kicks off like Marvel for the year too.
yeah, it really does, because it's in February.
Yeah.
So here's what I think supports my theory. And again, I wanted it out there so we can say you heard it on Geek in
Sure.
the City.
Well, we
First.
get stuff right a lot of times, never get credit for it.
Um,
Well, I mean, we didn't make it up.
when
Other things too.
when I got home yesterday, America's like, what is this bullshit about that Adam Driver is Reed Richards? I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
been rumor floating around. that
Yeah,
they're
it's
talking
apparently
to.
this rumor. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call bullshit, and I think it's bullshit from the studio. If I was putting out Ant-Man next month and I had the Fantastic Four in it, I would totally leak rumored castings of someone who's really not in the running for a character for a
Right.
future movie because you've already cast and filmed
You would
all of those characters.
you would spread inaccurate rumors.
Exactly.
Do you think maybe
I
it's
don't see
like a
him
post-credit thing?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Marvel this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're paying catch up now. Because yeah, we start with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy, which I feel like is going to be a fucking tearjerker, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Gunn's going to give you all the feels for this last outing of the team.
And I know that there are rumors now circulating about Captain America 4.
Yes. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 is this year.
Which doesn't directly link to MCU.
No, these are just Marvel
Yet.
movies this year. Not yet. Yeah.
Um,
Well, and the Marvels are definitely also going to have a weird connection stuff
oh yeah,
Mm.
because that's going to get all timey-wimey and quantum
Wibbly
and
wobbly,
stuff.
yep.
Yeah. And then this isn't connected, but the movie that nobody really wants is Craven the Hunter.
who is Craven?
He's a Spider-Man villain.
I know who Craven
Oh,
is.
sorry.
Who is playing?
I was like,
Kraven?
you should know that. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Russell Crowe is playing Craven, but in this one, this Craven,
It really is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Is it okay?
Why?
I'm sorry. What movie is he going to be in?
Craven the Hunter. Craven's a cool Spider-Man villain.
Right. Which movie is he in?
Craven the Hunter.
It's self-titled album.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I don't
just
see
like
that on-
just like Morbius. It'll be Craven time.
Gotcha. Okay. So then is it separate then? Because I don't see it here in the Phase 5 lineup.
No, it's
not
Sony.
Part of MCU.
Yeah, it's Sony.
Okay. Cool.
I'm on a site that just
Great.
says everything that's Marvel connected this year. But in this one, he's a wildlife preserver, not the world's greatest big game hunter, hunting the most dangerous game, which is Spider-Man. It's bad. They are trying to create a backdoor anti-hero Sinister Six movie so badly. With the Vulture, Morbius, it's so bad.
I did start watching some footage that I thought was a fan-made trailer. I didn't realize they were actually. Oh man,
The Craven one.
Yeah,
I knew it was happening. I didn't know it was happening this year.
I know. I knew it was happening too. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't realize it was already coming out and that it was already cast and filmed. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He's kick-ass. He was the MCU's Quicksilver. R.I.P.
Right.
He's in that Brad Pitt Bullet Train movie that no one watched in the theater. And
No one watched.
Everyone has apparently discovered now that it's on streaming.
Yeah. It's
and
not that good.
I don't expect that it is. It looks dumb.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like I will enjoy it over a beer, but
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go watch it in the theater.
It makes me miss the snack cars on the bullet train because
Mm.
those are magical.
Mm-hmm.
You get like fresh fucking steam buns and red bean.
Yeah, but he's in that, and has some great scenes. I had really wanted. I'm sorry, I wanted Keanu Reeves as Craven the Hunter.
I think they have sights for him for a bigger MCU role.
Who the fuck is he going to play in the MCU at this point?
See, I could see him as a older Reed Richards, more than Adam Driver, but I don't know who you put as.
They've already got John Krasinski.
That's true. Bean, who would you put Keanu Reeves in Marvel?
I'm not equipped to answer that
I know.
question.
So I threw it on you. Because I'm not either. I can't. No one say the Punisher.
I don't give a shit.
Nobody does.
They have looped in the Netflix Marvel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So they have the Punisher.
They have a Punisher. That's right. I forgot.
It's that one dude whose name I can't remember.
Can't protect it, Rick, from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
him.
Frank. No,
Yeah.
that's his character name.
We all know what we're talking about.
Yes, that guy.
Well, and also if Marvel's smart, they'll in between him filming Warhammer. I know this is kind of on the nose, but they should snag Henry Cavill as Captain Britain and give us a fucking Excalibur movie already.
I didn't realize that they were bringing back Daredevil.
Yeah, all of them. Yep.
Have you not watched She-Hulk?
I didn't know he was getting a show back. I thought it was
yeah.
just a fun thing that they did.
Oh no. Yeah. And they've already.
I mean, gay for Charlie Cox. You
I
know?
love that. It's what I do. I'm a
It's
Hulk. I
not-
smash things. Sometimes Matt Murdock.
Sometimes it's Matt Murdock. Yes, John Bernthal. Thank you.
Rob Space Knight. Norm, you're a monster.
They're already talking about Beck says
Hey.
she can't hear anything.
Sometime I hit mute on Restream. Sorry, guys.
Sometime I hit mute.
Sometime I hit mute on Restream. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
That's on me. It's fine now.
okay.
I don't know how far back it went, but I'll be able to correct it with cards and shit.
I think only by a minute. So
Thanks,
30
Bex.
seconds. So the rumors around Secret Wars are that Ghost Rider will be in it, and it'll be Nick Cage.
I was just
I
going
mean,
to
why
say,
not?
wasn't Nick the the Ghost Rider once upon a time?
He was.
2 movies. The movies
Two
aren't very good, but I will forever love it for the first one. For that scene with, is it Chris Christopherson? That's the Old West Ghost Rider. He's like, I got enough in me for one more ride.
It is not
On the
Chris
horse?
Christopherson. It is.
Or is it Sam Elliott? Yeah, even better.
Yeah, I remember not enjoying the first one.
It's not good. But that scene where it's Nick on the cycle, Sam Elliott on the horse as the Western Ghost Rider.
I
good stuff.
enjoy it for it being a bad Nick Cage movie.
Yeah. The second one's even weirder.
Yes,
Because I do believe that involves Ghost Rider fire peeing on someone.
I think that was in the trailers or something.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That feels familiar, but I really don't see myself having
Well, and
seen
then
the second
he did
one.
another movie like a year later where his character was actually sent to hell and he broke out to save his daughter. And it was called like Drive Angry or something. I'm like, that's the fucking Ghost Rider movie.
Yep.
And that was entertaining. I was like, what? Okay, great.
Yeah, Drive Angry was with.
It's called Drive Angry. Was that it?
Mhm. What's her name?
Oh,
Amber Heard.
the deeply problematic person, Amber Heard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Less said about her, the better. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Both of them. Her and Johnny. I think the less said, the better.
yep.
Moving on.
Yep. Moving on. Yeah. I mean, that's
That's a lot. That is a lot.
I think we did a lot tonight for not reviewing Glass Onion like we were supposed to. Sorry, Bean. I completely spaced.
I think we've got like, yeah. I think we need a bit of a planning day too to go. Okay, so what do we want to do now?
Right. Yeah,
It's
we could do that.
2023. What do we want to do? I know that people want us to do more interviews. I know that we're planning on doing more.
Yeah, we're working on
festivals
it.
and things.
I got to hit up Greg and Mike Henderson because they've got an image book in March called Forged to talk about, which sounds a lot of fun.
Cool.
I tried to get Sarah Solar on the show, but timing wise, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Even at 7 p.m. our time, that's 4 a.m. in Barcelona.
Oof.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird for her. I'm sure we could try to figure something out on an off day.
Yeah, we could because, Season of the Bruja drops on January 25th,
Woo!
the first trade.
And I believe that you're doing something to celebrate
I
that. Aren't you?
am on Saturday, January 29th from 3 to 5 p.m. I will be on Books with Pictures to do a signing.
Yay!
Yeah, there'll be all kinds of cool stuff there. So come see. We may or may not be trying to lock down a taco cart for the signing. We just got to make sure it's okay with the food carts that are in their parking lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
are there not? Is there not already a taco
There's not,
cart?
amazingly.
I'm offended.
Yeah. Well, they're surrounded by them, though. There's a couple like within a block.
Mm.
I'm offended. But no, I'm super jazzed. It'll be fun.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
It's division. There's nothing like every other block is a food pod. Food
Yeah.
cart pod.
I thought you were going to say something.
I was, but it's not important. We can talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely
So, yeah. And yeah, then the other.
Congratulations. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. Yeah, the other cool thing, we got to finally release the David Aja cover today,
Yay!
Nice.
which, oh my God, I've been sitting on this for a long time.
A year?
The cover, well, we knew he was doing one for a year, probably sitting on it for 9 months, like
Okay.
the finished artwork.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't say what it's going to be for yet, like how it's going to be available, but it will be available. So keep eyes out for that, or just keep following me and Sarah and Oni and all that good stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah, I've added that to my calendar.
me
so that I don't
too.
do
Means
that.
our Ravenloft game is going to be late that Saturday,
You mentioned.
but I'm still doing it. I'm done at 5. That'll be a good Saturday.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that about does it. Plus the battery's dying on my laptop.
Oh,
So
All right, let's get out of here.
with that, I am Aaron Duran.
I'm Bean Rita.
And I am Cable Hashitani.
And we will talk to everybody next week. Bye.